seems to be working. Hey, outstanding. Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Brendan, and I'm going to be running Dungeon Crawl Classics adventure called Neon Nights tonight. I hope everyone has fun playing, and I hope you all have fun watching. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves. Why don't you start up there? I can't read it. Greenor.
I am Fuzzbang, and I am playing Gryor. I'm sorry, I changed the name. I'm playing Sid, and he is a not-so-confident confidence artist, and he is a thief.
Cool. And Val, who are you playing?
I am playing Dawnstar, Cleric of Ildavir. I was raised by wolves, and nice. My oneness with nature led Ildavir to choose me. And I had to give up some of my wild ways to join the civilized people and teach them better.
Outstanding.
I've been out in the world away from my wolf family for too long.
It's a hard road.
It is.
Doug, who are you playing today?
I am playing Apis mellifera. I am a wizard with a fondness for bees. I have a giant bee familiar named Bombus.
Nice. And William, who are you doing today?
I am playing a dwarf named Trank Stoneskull. He got that name because intelligence is his dump stat.
Ah, well. Everybody got to dump something, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, without further ado, let me explain a little bit about your situation, how you know each other, and what is going on. So, the four of you are a group of adventurers who have worked together for a while. You all live in the city of Estrella. Estrella is the southernmost port city on what's called Marduk's Island. Estrella is a bizarre city that actually predates man. They think that the people who created the city were human-like, but not humans. All of the everything in the city is just a little bit off. You are looking at, the doors are a bit too wide, a bit too short down. A lot of the towers and the walls and things have carvings of creatures that are human-ish, but not quite human. The city itself, no one knows how it was created. The city itself seems to be cut from one giant piece of stone etched out of something like acid. People suspect that it was magic, but they can't prove it. They can't prove anything about it. Estrella is known as the City of Lanterns. The city of Estrella has these permanent, heatless, non-magical lanterns all over the place. The city is completely bright at night. It can be seen a long way off from the water. And the lanterns, like I said, they're not magical. You can break one open and get into their interior workings and see the little bits of dust and crystal and string that seem to be the interior parts of them, but no one can make them go again. So destroying one is a capital offense. Try not to do it while you're in the city. Estrella is the southernmost city on Marduk's Island. The island itself was completely taken over by monsters 100 years ago, and the humans that lived there were run out by armies of humanoids and giants all working together. So your grandparents' generation sailed back from the mainland and began the war to retake the island, and your parents' generation actually are the ones who won that war and took the island back across the way. And so you're the first generation to grow up in Estrella, completely run by humans, and no longer where you're not in a constant war to keep the island under control. Most of your adventuring careers to this point have been going into the interior of the island and dealing with the remnants of the forces that used to control Marduk Island. But the city itself, Estrella itself, has actually been pretty peaceful for the most part, up until the last 3 days. 3 days ago, the entire city woke up to find a siege underway, but a siege the likes of which none of you have ever seen before. The city was surrounded by thousands and thousands of humanoid soldiers. No one's really sure what race they are, though. Every one of the humanoids, they're completely silent. Each one is wrapped up in filthy rags. They only carry one weapon. They have a long lengthened chain with a hook on the end of it. So 99 out of 100 of these creatures carries this chain and hook weapon. 1 out of 100 carries a banner. Dawnstar, why don't you make a wheelhouse roll for your character? Roll me a d20, add your intelligence modifier and your cleric level. That's not the face of someone who did real well.
That's 11 total.
So, the people are still trying to figure out what the symbol on the banners that some of these people out there are carrying meant. They all look to you, the leading person, for religion in the city, and you weren't able to figure it out. So as of yet, nobody knows what that symbol references or what it means to. But it's hard. You can't get outside help because the city is completely surrounded. They're, like I said, they're on all sides, even like standing on the docks in front of the boats, and in some cases just knee-deep in water, just standing there silently. On the first day of the siege, the regular army went out there and attacked them and were decimated. These invaders, this siege army is like none anyone has ever seen before. They're completely silent, yet somehow, without leaders and without any kind of communication, they seem to be able to coordinate with one another perfectly, both on a tactical level and on a small, on an individual level. So they just cut off units. They work as one. They would come in from behind, and with no word, they just took everyone down with precision and complete coordination. And those that did get killed, and some of them did die and were destroyed, instantly others would run in, grab the bodies, run off with them, and so no one's actually been able to examine one of their bodies yet, even to see what you're dealing with. To you, it just looks like a humanoid pile of filthy rags carrying these crazy weapons. So the regular army was decimated on the first day of that siege, and since then they've just been surrounding the city. The city has been mostly deserted because of that, and every once in a while, someone will run in from somewhere. Like they'll, one or two of them will show up, and they'll run in the city. They'll grab someone and run out with them, but there hasn't been a major attack since then. Food supplies are running low, and so far no one's been able to get to a boat to escape or been able to make their way out of the city in any other way. So on the third day of the siege, the four of you are invited to an informal council with Lord Featherstone. Lord Featherstone is of your grandparents' generation, and he is one of the leaders of the armies that initially came over here and started retaking the island. And as such, he was raised to being a nobleman at that point. So now he has a keep on the edge of the city. And the four of you are all on there, on this sort of elevated tower patio. And you can actually stand up and look over the wall and see this army of people out there, just thousands and thousands and thousands of them. Lord Featherstone is looking over and he's furious. He says, "This will not stand. We did not fight and die to retake this island just to lose it to this base sorcery. This is ridiculous. I won't have it. I would see this siege broken. I want us to be able to call for aid for some of the other major cities here on the island. I want to know who's responsible, and I want them dead. I want everyone responsible brought to justice. The conventional armies failed us, so I'm reaching out to you, our specialists, let's say, in order to do what we need to do. You represent the underworld, the dwarfish, section of the city, our connection to the gods themselves, and of course, and he says this with some distaste. He's like, magic. I know there's some sorcery involved in this, so I'm calling on you specifically to find out what's happened here. This is my promise. If you find some way to break the siege, if you find out who is responsible, if you rescue us, bring us help, I will see each one of you rewarded with advantageous marriages, lands, and income. You shall all have noble titles for this. Will you do this for me? Will you find some way to get help, break the siege, find out what's going on? Anything?
Absolutely.
Good, Stone
We'll
Skull.
try.
And you, Dawnstar?
I don't want a marriage. I want you to knock down a building and turn it into a park.
A park. Certainly. We can certainly see an expanded park here
I
in the
pick
city.
buildings.
Yes, I'm sure we can accommodate that request. It might be outside the city proper, but we'll find some way to see a park where you and your specialized kin can commune with all the things that you commune with.
Very well.
Absolutely. Sid, you're going to do this or I'm going to put you back in the pen today.
I'm in.
Excellent. And, what can I say, Apis? We need help, and I think you're one of the only two wizards in the city, and of course Rudd is useless at this kind of thing. I need you. I need you to help with this.
Oh, for a price, I'm sure I can assist you.
Like I said, noble titles, income, and advantageous marriage. All that a man can want in this world. And a park. A park
And a
shall
park. Those terms are acceptable.
Excellent. So, I'm going to share with you what I know. Now, you've heard that there are incursions, that they've been coming into the city at odd times. Have you? Well, I think I have sensed a pattern. I have a map. Let me show you. And he turns around to take a map off a side table. And as soon as he does, there is this flash of pink. And all of you find yourselves in this weird fugue state where all you can see is pink. Everything around you in all directions is pink. You can't see what's up or down. You can't make heads or tails out of anything. You don't know how much time passes. It could be an instant, it could be a month, but you're just sort of like floating through this space. And when this clears, you find yourselves in a place you've never been before. Suddenly, after living by the water your entire lives, the air is so dry that it feels like it's just sucking the moisture right out of you. You are in some kind of structure, kind of an opulent structure. You're looking at a large room. When you look forward up ahead of you, there's an archway leading out of it onto apparently some kind of balcony where there are a bunch of creatures who are who are currently breaking it, basically coming over the balcony, it looks like, and coming in to start trouble. Right next to the archway door, there is a stairway going down to someplace deeper in this structure. Along the walls, one whole wall is just covered in weapons. There are these strange-looking swords and daggers and what's possibly a bow. Some kind of huge, big, round. It's almost too big to be a shield, but it looks like an oversized steel shield. Round thing with symbols all around the edges of it. Another wall has got a bookshelf behind you. You look back behind you, and there's a human standing there back behind you. He's wearing some kind of flimsy robe. He's barefoot. He's an older man, and he has a kind of a terrible bushy every which way white beard and crazy white hair. He's holding this thing aloft. It is some kind of it's like a carved piece of wood, oddly shaped, with paint and symbols painted on it, and strings of beads that end in these glowing crystals. He's holding them over his head. He's yelling at you, and while he yells, you hear a voice in your head. You hear destroy those creatures that would break into my home, and don't let them harm any of my possessions. And all of you feel compelled to do this. The creatures that you see coming over the side there, they're beastmen to your eyes, but not any sort of wild humanoid or subman that you've ever encountered before in your lives. They all seem to be the same species, but they look very, very different. They've got scarification and tattoos and crazy hair. The leader has this crazy big blue mohawk. And they're like I said, you see that there are 8 of them that are standing there on the balcony right now. There are 2 grappling hooks you can see over the side of the balcony. And you can see that they're just bristling with weapons and getting ready to charge in there at you guys. And like I said, y'all feel compelled to do something about their presence. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. They're going to go on an 8. That was either very good or very bad. What
That was
did
very good.
What'd you get
Got
there?
a natural 20.
Oh, Trank on a natural 20.
Nice.
Outstanding. What's Sid get?
19.
Look at all y'all going high. Dawnstar?
At a 5.
At least ahead of somebody.
Yeah.
Got to break the pattern.
Yeah.
I feel like clerics are traditionally the slow ones. I don't know why that is, but since AD&D. And who don't I have here? Apis, what'd you get?
I got underneath that 5 with a 2.
Ooh, look at you, Apis. Okay. Okay, so one of them starts shouting at you guys. He's actually shouting. It's a language you don't recognize, but it's all in rhyming couplets. Trent, go ahead and give me a wheelhouse roll. Remember a D20 plus your intelligence modifier plus your character level.
14.
Okay, you are a battle-hardened veteran, and you realize the guy up front with the blue mohawk is obviously the battle leader. Also, it is your impression he has a giant two-handed sword with him, weird, oddly shaped. It's got kind of a weird hooky part in it in the middle. It's not any design that you're familiar with, but you also get the impression that he's very good at it, just at a glance. So he looks like he knows what he's doing. But they're getting ready to charge through that archway and come into the room where you guys are all kind of arrayed in a semicircle in front of this old man. Looking back behind him is like a bedroom. Like I said, like this looks like one big, giant, opulent bedroom. And one more thing, okay? When you guys were at that meeting with Lord Featherstone, it was just informal. You guys would just go on and like your civvies, you know? But right now, every one of you is completely kitted out for adventure. You've got like everything on your character sheet, your weapons, you've got a weapon in hand, whatever that happens to be that you usually fight with, if you usually start with a weapon in hand. And also, when you look at each other, you see that like as your hands are moving and as you guys move through space, you're leaving like pink trails behind you everywhere you go. Same pink that you saw in that fugue state. And also, when you look at one another, you see that everyone's eyes are flashing pink. These huge, it's like almost like lightning flashes of pink around everyone's eyes. And that is what you see. Trank, you get to go first.
How far away are these beastmen from me?
The closest one is 20 feet. You guys are just on the outside of that archway. They are just on the outside of that stone balcony.
All right. So I'll turn to my companions and say, I'll try to leave you a couple. and I'm going to charge the guy with the big two-handed hooky sword.
All right, going for a guy with a big two-handed hooky sword. So he is out there out front. Yeah.
So, mighty deed, I'm going to try to disarm him.
And go for a disarm. All right.
Yeah, I want one of those hooky swords.
I want to see you do it.
Oh, I did not.
Drag.
Only an 11.
An 11. Okay, so yeah, he sees you coming. He comes back with his wicked flourish and parries. And then so now you're out there in the balcony with him, and he says he kind of calls out loud to his men, "Hanga datena baga abagasela tocha," and all of his men are like, "Ooh!" He just said something really harsh. His guys are just thought that was awesome, and they're all kind of snickering and such. So you're actually out there on the balcony right now. As you you got a quick look around. The first thing you notice is you don't it's nighttime out here. It's very, very, very dry. You don't recognize any of the constellations. And as you look into the sky, you see the moon is huge, low, and seemingly on fire. You can actually see the moon burn up above you as this fight's going on.
Yikes.
Yeah, so Trank is outside there now with the gang. It is Sid, your turn. What are you going to do, Sid?
How lit is the room?
The room in the interior is lit. The balcony does not seem to be lit at all, but there are sconces with sconces with torches in them, sort of set about. But it's reasonably shadowy inside here. But there are places in the room where you could go and sit and read by if you wanted to.
I would like to try to hide in the shadows and make my way towards Trank to try to get within range of anybody.
You got it. Go ahead and give me a check.
Ooh, that is 16.
16. Very respectable. So, Sid, you kind of like duck around to the left and you get up so where like you're just on the inside of that archway standing there. And next round, you can give me a sneak silently go out there and zap somebody. Well done. Okay, it is their turn. So the creatures. So the All right. So the one Trank, the one that's out there with you, he is going to go ahead and make an attack roll. He too is going to go for a mighty deed of arms. He is going to try to knock your helmet off your head and lower your armor class. And it's our first natural one of the adventure. Woo! That's rough. That's a rough start. My first recorded one, my first attack. It's a 1. Come
I don't
on,
mind
big.
at all.
You know, where's the love? Where's the love? All right. God, darn it. All right. One of you folks roll me a D12, please.
6.
6? Ugh. Sorry, I realized I didn't have my little reference sheets out. All right. 6, that's pretty terrible, as I recall. Okay, so, okay, so weapon entangled in armor. So he's going to be -1 on armor class, and he's going to lose a round entangling his nonsense, disentangling himself. So the leader just looks like an idiot. Goes for a big opener and fails. 2 more are going to attack you as well. With these ones have got kind of like short, like they look like a cross between short swords and machetes. That's a miss. And does a 13 get you?
Nope.
Well, that's 2 misses. All right. So then 2 of them. That's these 3. So the 2 of them. So Sid is on the one side of that archway, like just in the inside of it. On the other side of it is where the stairs begin, and 2 of them rush in and dash down the stairs, going lower into the structure. And then there's 3 of them remaining. One is going to charge in, and actually 2 of them are going to come in and go after Dawnstar.
Great.
That is a 2, and does a 17 get you?
Yes.
All right, you are going to take 4 points of damage from that. And
Okay.
the last one is going to go after Apis. Apis doesn't look like much of a threat to them because he doesn't have any big armor or anything on there and such. Does a 12 get you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You are going to take also 4 points of damage.
All right.
Okay, so they have now run in. They are amongst you. And also this round, the guy behind you is like, he's encouraging. He's like, destroy them. And someone get downstairs and don't let them destroy any of my possessions. Stop them. And once again, you guys all feel, compelled. It is Dawnstar. Dawnstar, you have got 2 of these things in your grill.
I'm going to cast Holy Sanctuary.
I want to see you do it.
I think I succeed 14. Yeah, I succeeded. As long as I can reasonably attack someone else, they will. So
You got it.
A will save versus 14.
Okay, here it comes.
For 1 turn.
Yeah. That is going to be 2 fails. So you are freed up. These guys kind of like stop what they're doing, and then they all look over at Apis, like, uh-oh.
You should be ashamed, I tell them.
They look vaguely lupine, too. They should know better, but they don't. I'm like, now they're up close with you guys. Yeah, they're all over. Scarification, crazy hair. Some of them have braids. Some of them are completely shaved, like clean. But they're all, like I said, they're all, just going nuts. And Apis, it is your turn.
All right, now I have 3 of them that are kind of eyeing me up, it looks like.
Yeah, one guy is immediately ahead of you, and 2 more were over there fighting the Dawnstar. Now they're getting ready to charge over in your direction.
All right, I'm going to attempt a flaming hands on these guys.
I want to see you do it, cousin. Are you going to do any spell burn?
I don't know, it's early still.
All right.
All right, I'll do a little bit of spell. I'll do a little bit.
Don't let me influence you.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of spell burn.
Peer pressure from the judge.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what can I say?
All right. Oh, that's not horrible. I got a 13 on the die.
Okay.
Plus, all right.
Do you need me to? Do you have your book? I don't know.
Yeah, I've got the spell in front of me.
All right, cool.
So that would be, all right. Oh, perfect. So that gets it up to, with the spell burn, it gets it up to number 20.
That's an assist, y'all know, right? An assist?
Yeah. So the spell produces a blast of fire that burns up to 3 targets.
Boom.
So I will choose the 3 targets in front of me.
Gotcha.
No save. They do D6 plus caster level, so plus 3 damage. So one takes 8. One takes 4. One takes 5.
Nice. All right, they are all burnt up. They are all displeased by this and looking at you very, very differently.
And before my turn is over, I direct Bombus to protect me. So Bombus will attack as well.
Nice. Okay, which one's he going after?
Probably the one that was the most badly burned.
Gotcha. I suspect you and Bombus have pulled this maneuver off in the past. So.
Ooh, not great. He got a 13.
13 is exactly what you need.
All right. Gives him a good sting for 5 points of damage.
I got some good news for you. So, like, that one got burnt. He was backing up. Like, this is the guy that was like actually in front of you, in front of. Anyway, long story short, this thing stings him in the neck. He like grabs onto it. It immediately starts swelling up. He staggers backwards and falls over. He seems to be out of the combat.
Nice.
Good job, Bombus.
Yes. One of them's looking at him though. The other one, like over there is like, giant bee. What the hell? So, it's about to be attacked. But that's okay though. You know why? Because it's Trank's turn first. We're at the top of the order.
All right. This guy has impugned my honor.
Yeah, yes.
He mocked me in front of the other beastmen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna wail on him, and my deed die, if it goes off, sword is gonna hook his belt and drop his trousers.
Oh snap!
That's looking like a 15.
What'd you get in the deed die?
4.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for like a trip type thing. That it's,
I feel it.
because his pants fall down around his ankles.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me that damage.
7, 11, 13.
Nice. So he is still up. He is a tough opponent. When you kind of like rip him across his stomach, he kind of staggers backwards. And yeah, sure enough, his thing just falls down. And, you know, he's down to his small clothes. And like his guys are like looking at him. And one of them sniggers. And they're all looking at him. Clearly, this has sent a ripple through the ranks. And he is, looking humiliated and embarrassed. And he's bleeding from the hip real bad. So that's terrible.
All right, I'm going to try to shield bash him and push him toward the edge of the balcony.
Okay, no, you can only get 1 deed off per turn. So you can't actually go for a deed with your shield bash.
Oh, okay.
But,
Regular shield bash.
Use the same deed number that you got for the first roll and just go for it.
That's only a 12.
12 is going to miss. He's still wily enough to parry, and he blocks that incoming shield blow. But still, all in all, very successful round. Sid, I want to see you do something crazy. Your turn.
So, who is near me right now?
So from where you are, you can see that there are. You can't see the 2 that ran downstairs. They just leapt down. And they're somewhere down there in the exterior. You like just beyond the. You're hiding just next to the archway that leads to the balcony, and you like through there. You could reach any of them this round. You said you were going for the like considering the leader. He's right up front, so you could make a. You give me a DC 10 sneak silently roll. You can get to him in one round and in the middle of the fight and get there for a backstab. You could also go for any of the other guys, the other two guys that are still out there on the balcony, or you could go me a harder sneak silently roll, say like a 13, and get to one of the three that are currently threatening Apis.
As a not so confidence artist, I'm shaking a little bit and I'm trying to pick my target. And I think for a second, I'm going to go for the big guy. And then I'm like, nah, I'll go for one that's fighting Apis.
All right.
So I will try to sneak over there.
Yeah. Oh, I was wrong. There are only two left fighting Apis. They're both wounded. So go ahead and give me that DC 13 sneak silently check to get over where they are without being heard.
That is 19.
Nice. So yeah, you creep right up on back of one of them. He's still trying to put himself out as he is still slightly on fire. Give me that backstab check.
That is 16.
Yeah, that's a hit. So first, give me a damage. What are you using? What weapon are you using?
Just a dagger.
Jumps to a D10.
Um, 7.
Nice. All right, so he is still up with 7 points of damage, and then please roll me that critical.
That would be 11.
Masterful strike. Inflict plus 2 die 6 damage with it. Nicely done. Yeah, nobody likes plus 2 die 6 damage from the back when they're already on fire. Do it up.
Yep.
All right, so what am I rolling here?
2 rock and roll 6-siders.
All right. It's a 2 and a 6.
Hey, nice. Well, that puts pay to him. He dies from that action. So there is one guy left over there who's getting ready to go over and hit Apis next round. Well done. That was a good move. All right. Excellent. So it is their turn. So let's handle Apis first. Ba-ba! So that one is going to get a total of a 19 and do.
Oh, yeah.
3 points of damage. Hits you with a small blade. Whoosh. He's looking for his friends to back him up. Where are his friends? One's on the ground, writhing with a bee sting. Looks like he's dying. The other one is burned to death. That is not good. Or just got backstabbed to death, excuse me. So out on the balcony, Trank, the leader, is getting his crap together this round. You know, he's stuck in his armor, his pants are down, he's hitching everything up. He can go next round, but you know, if he tries to run anywhere without he's got a choice to make. Put it that way, a choice. I think we all know what a choice is. All right, but this round he's just useless, and he's howling, and he's obviously embarrassed in front of his troops. The other two guys that are going after you, that's going to be a total of a 16.
Nope.
And a total of a 19.
Yes.
And that's going to be 4 points of damage. You get sliced. Downstairs, you hear more of them banging. You hear those guys banging around down there, and that is all you hear. And that is all of them. Okay, so here's the deal. Nobody has ran downstairs. So if no one does, by the end of their next turn, somebody is going to be compelled to go down there and do it. Whoever's last in initiative, which will be Sid. So it's going to go Dawnstar, Apis, Trank, and then Sid before they go again. So, but you feel a strong compulsion to go down there, do what the guy said, and try to whack one of these guys, or do whatever, stop them, prevent them from stealing anything or hurting anything. So it's Dawnstar.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I think that I was gonna help the wizard this time, but I think he has help now because Sid is here. So I'm gonna run downstairs.
Okay,
and
so
make a lot of noise to distract whoever's down there.
All right, so you're going down yelling.
Now howl like a wolf.
Out. Hella wolf howl.
I run down the stairs.
That's awesome. All right, so you go down there and like howl and, and like the two of them turn around like, Jesus, what is this? Okay, so the room that you're in down below, it's the same basic shape as the room above. You're obviously in some kind of tower. It's like going straight down. And the stairs continue. You could keep going around and go down, take the stairs down one further level to what's below. This is some kind of laboratory, okay? So from where you see here, there's a bookshelf that the two of them are standing in front of. And the two of them have put their weapons down, and they're just getting ready to just, like drag stuff into the sack. They're just getting ready to, like, steal a bunch of stuff off this bookshelf, it looks like. On the back wall, there is there's another rack over there with all these weird samples on there. There's like glass jars with like plants and fungus in them and whatnot. And one of them contains a creature. One of them, there's a glass jar in there. In there is what appears to be a 6-inch tall person with wings who is banging on the glass there and trying to get your attention. In front of that shelf back there, you see there is a slab table. And on the table is a creature, and it's obviously mid-vivisection. It's laying there. It's been sliced open from the top of its head to all the way down to its waist, and kind of flayed open, so you can see bones and things coming out of it. But it seems that it's all wrapped in filthy rags. The rags have been cut away too, and next to it on the table is a 3-foot length of chain with a big hook on it. And sitting there open next to it is a book. And, so this round you run downstairs, you distract those guys, and that is it. So interesting. They're gonna have to make a roll next round if they want to attack you because you got a 14 on your check for the spell. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So DC 14 on their next turn. So they're gonna try to attack you. Who knows what they'll do? Okay. So that being the case, you're downstairs now. You see that going on. And it is Apis. Apis, you've got a guy in front of you just cut you with a machete.
All right. I think I may try a magic missile this time on this guy.
I want to see you do it.
All right.
Hey, I figured for this like quick run, we're gonna not do mercurial effects, but I hope it's okay with everybody. But they exist. Right. Watching audience, they exist.
All right, I'll do a magic missile. I'll do another spell burn. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's a poor roll. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to burn some luck.
All righty.
And get the minimum effect here. 1 point of damage.
Okay. He was already wounded. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Bombus, save me. And he will also attack. He also did not roll great.
Looking for a 13.
That is not a 13.
Yeah. All right. Those guys are still doing their thing and raising hell. Okay, that was Apis. It's top of the order. Trank, you got a guy with his pants down in front of you, trying to get his weapon stuck out of his bodrick, or whatever you call it.
That's what she said. All right. All right. I'm gonna hit this guy again.
Do it.
And try to whip the weapon out of his hand while he's fumbling everything around.
Get him.
20, not a natural
20. Boom, that's gonna hit.
And 5 on the D die.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna both hit him and disarm him, and
only 8 points to damage though.
Yeah, but still though, he is still up, but he is staggered back, and his weapon skitters across the end there. This is round. All right, okay. So and it skitters across, and now it's like leaning against the rail, or rather the wall, the short wall around the edge of the balcony out there and such. And
all right, so I'll follow it up with the shield bash.
all right, do it up.
13, 15.
15's gonna hit. Give me damage.
Excellent. 8. Just 8. D die applies to shield damage, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, 8.
Cool. Nice. He's kind of staggered at this point. He looks bad. But fight continues. Sid, it is your turn. What you gonna do, Sid?
I would like to see if the main guy is. I can see his pants are down, and I can see that he's very distracted.
He is.
So I am a little bit more confident with this. So I think I would like to try to sneak over there and attack him.
I set one up for you.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 2 ways you can do it. Okay. If you give me a regular like sneak silently roll, say like from here, say like another 13. Next round you can backstab him. But let's say you wanted to hustle a little bit, to make it a little harder. Okay. If you give me a sneak silently check of, you got to declare what you're doing beforehand because you got to kind of jog it. But if you want to go fast, if you give me instead of a 13, give me an 18 or better on a sneak silently check. But if you can pull that off, I'll let you backstab in this round.
All right. I feel a surge of somewhat confidence, and I'm going to just haul butt over there, and I'm just going to and try to jump on his back.
Go for it.
That
I'm going to hold it as a silent scream since you got to sneak silently.
Well, yeah. I'll make that. That is a 19.
Nice, kid. Nice. All right. Yeah, you turn around and just run as quietly as you can to get up to where he is, and just jump on his back. Give me that attack roll.
Not amazing. That's an 8.
Final answer?
You saw my sheet.
I did, but I don't remember anything. Oh, what's your luck stat starting off?
11.
Well, he's an armor class 15. It's up to you. Ball's in your court.
I'm gonna burn it, and I'm gonna burn 3 to hit.
Outstanding.
So I'm gonna jump up in the air with my dagger and try to get it right in the back of his neck.
All right, I want to see you do it.
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. So what you got? What you beat his armor class 15? I didn't hear your total roll.
Oh yeah, I burned luck to do it.
You got a luck die, right?
You get to roll luck die.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Should be a D5.
Yeah.
True. Stand by it. 2.
It's cool. Just tell me how many points of luck you're going to burn before you do it.
Yeah. So explain the luck die to me.
Okay, so for the thief's special luck power is that while everybody in DCC can burn luck to make up a roll, the thief gets a luck die. Since you're 3rd level, you'll have your luck die is a D5. Okay, so you tell me how many points of luck you want to burn before you go for it, and that's how many die 5s you get to roll and add to your total. And those points, you also regenerate luck. Those points return to you at a rate of 3 per day since you're 3rd level.
So I will burn 2 points.
All right. You burn 2, so roll 2d5 and add them to that total.
So that is 16.
Boom, 16. Give me some damage.
Okay. 4.
Okay, pretty good. Give me that crit check. And make your crit roll. Thief crits, hits with the backstab, is an automatic crit.
5.
5 points. Blow pierces kidneys. Inflict plus 3 die 3 damage with the strike, and the foe is stunned for 1 round. He really hasn't had a head chance to do much this whole fight, which is kind of
This
a
has not
bitch.
been his best day ever.
This is not, not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. But, on the other hand, I rolled a 1 starting off, and it took me 20 minutes to get this whole thing together today. So, who's really having a bad day here? So,
No one.
so give me a plus
Those are
3 die
brilliant.
3 damage.
Yep, that was 3.
Total of 3.
Yep,
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
He's still up. He's going to lose a round next round. Dude, that was awesome. That was some heroic action right there. Well played. All right, it is their turn. So let's handle this first. So the big guy is going to go ahead and lose his round because he's got stabbed in the kidneys. Nobody likes that. He's staggering around, got his hand behind him, pants down. He's a train wreck. He's an absolute train wreck. This is round 4. The other 2 guys, one of them is going to attack the dwarf. Here comes that roll. Shaboom. That is going to be a 19.
Ow!
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're going to take 2 more points of damage.
Okay.
And the other one is going to attack Sid. And he is going to get an 18. Sid, you're going to take 3 points of blade damage. Poosh. Also this round, this is round 4, one more of them comes up over the side, climbing up one of the lines that the grapple left. So one more has now entered the combat. On the inside, that one that got that's fighting Apis took a point of damage last round and didn't get bee stung. Man, I'm gonna make a roll. 1, 2, 3. He's going after Apis. 4, 5, 6. He's gonna take a swing at Giant B.
No, not Bombus.
What's Bombus' armor class?
His armor class is. Oh, I don't have that. I don't have it listed here.
Did you see that?
Was that a 1?
Yes!
That doesn't matter.
I never get to kill any Giant B familiars. Call him BS.
It's dex bonus.
B supremacy.
BS.
All right. So yeah. Not only that, he's got to make a reflex save, and he falls. He also falls prone. It's the worst. I'm having. Man. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and rub my die on my portrait of Tina Fey over here. Now we're fixing to see what's up, y'all.
Uh-oh. We're in for it.
It
Yeah.
depends. What would Tina think was funny?
You know what? She's somehow like a bear and a robot would enter the fight. I don't know. Say something quippy. All right. That's terrible. All right. So then downstairs. Okay. So here comes my DC 14 saving throw for these 2 guys. Once again,
Okay.
Boom. That is a 8 and 3. All right. So the guys downstairs, they go for their bows for a second. They're like, getting ready to stab you, to shoot arrows at you. And they just can't. So they turn around and they just go back. They're keeping an eye on you, but they're just going back nervously to, they take one more final scoop of stuff off the shelves, sack it up, cinch these bags up, and get ready to, they're going to try to run past you and get upstairs because they're terrified. Whatever it is power that you have, they don't want none.
So then it's my turn, right?
It is indeed your turn. Get him.
So here's the thing I want to do. I want to I'm on the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm at the bottom of the stairs, right? And I can kind of block them and sort of pantomime like, my God is better than your God. You should come over to my side. Worship, get down on your knees, worship Ildavir. Try to convert them without actually being able to speak to them.
It's going to be tricky, but it's not
Put
impossible.
everything I can into it.
Yeah.
And basically, they can't attack me, so they can't get past me. So
Gotcha. Maybe a D16 personality check.
Oh, that's rolled right over on my keyboard. I'm not sure. That is 14. I'll burn 2 dice. I'll burn do luck. That's 16. Got it.
Yeah, I gotta respect that. I'm gonna say with a 16, one of them just puts his bag down and is gonna. He's not exactly sure what you're getting at. He doesn't get the whole God thing, but he's definitely surrendering. He's gonna put his hands down. The other guy looks at his friend, and again, you can't understand their language, but you would imagine it's something like, "Gene, what the heck?" And he's gonna try to sprint past this whole thing. So, but that was awesome. So he's cowed. So it is their turn. So on this round, the one downstairs who is not enraptured is going to grab his friend's bag, run past you with both these sacks, and try to flee. So this round he just runs up the stairs and makes it all the way up to the top. You guys, you combatants upstairs, you see one of these creatures has showed back up with 2 bags without his friends and without Dawnstar. So we don't know what happened down there. Although you did hear some yelling. Dawn said something about Ildevar and the whole, so who knows. Try to convert somebody. Could have gone a lot of ways down there. The one in front of Apis fell prone. He's going to stand up this round and take a swing at Apis. It is going to get a 5. That is going to be a miss. Out on the balcony, one is going after Sid. Sid here's an attack. Man, I got an 18. I'm on fire for a minute now. Sid takes 5 points of damage. Two of them are going after Trank. This will be a 9 and a... I got a crit on you there, Trank.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You're going to take 4 points of damage. Plus...
I got there.
Savage attack. Inflict plus 1 die 6 to strike. Take 6 more points.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what to tell you. You got critted. Boosh. And then the one that just came up over the side, he's trying to assess what's going on. Who is he going to attack? He is going to draw his bow. He yells something out, and he's going to draw his bow and take a shot at somebody. I'm going to roll dice up there. It'll either be Sid, Trank, or Apis. He's firing a shot at Sid. I'm assuming a 10 doesn't get you for Sid. Yeah, arrow whizzes past and goes into the room, hits one of the posters on his 4-poster bed. And that is what's up out there. So, and you know what? Their leader can go this round. Jesus. He's had a bad time with things. I'm going to say he's going to go for an attack. And for his deed die, okay, he's going to actually, his deed is going to be, he's going to jump out of his pants so that they can no longer, he's just going for it. He's going to go, seriously, he's Donald Ducking it, y'all, if he makes this roll. So on a 3 or better, he's getting out of these pants, and it's about to be a real fight. But I will say, that's going to minus, part of his armor off, so he's going to still take he's losing a point of armor class from that. So, he gets a total, actually, of a 16 swinging on Trank.
That will miss.
Okay, but he does get a 3 on his deed. So, he nimbly leaps out of his pants, and he looks over at his men who are all looking at him, and he's like, and they're all like, yeah, woo! They're cheering on their pantsless battle commander, and they're still in this fight. So, that's the crew of them. It is Dawnstar downstairs. We're gonna say Dawnstar's got a held action, and we'll come back. Apis, you got one in front of you still.
And okay.
Hates you, hates your bee.
Yeah, he does. I'm gonna start with Bombus, see if he can finish him off first. We will see. Ooh, again, a poor roll. Got an 11.
That's gonna miss.
That is a miss. I might have to finish him off. All right, I'll try a magic missile.
Do it up.
See if I can finish this guy off. I'll do a little bit of spell burn.
All right.
Why not? Oh, there we go. All right. He is. So, is he the only one that's kind of around me, or are there some more out?
There's one more that just came up from downstairs. He's about 20 feet away from you. He's got 2 bags in his hands, bulging with loot. Beyond him, you can see that on the there's like 4 of them total that are fighting out there with Trank and Sid. One of whom is their leader, who looks pretty wounded.
Okay, so I can see 3 total.
Usually 4 total, 5 total.
4.
The guy in front of you, the guy that came
5,
upstairs, and the 3 guys out on the balcony.
All right. So I get D4 plus 2 missiles. Oh, minimum 3. Okay, and they each do D6 plus 3.
How are we going to direct these?
So I have to decide before I roll damage.
Yeah, you do.
The Brennan way.
No, this is not. This is actually like, I don't know. I think legit in the book. I don't know, but yeah, this is, you know.
It is for now. All right. Well, I'm going to put 2 in the one that's in front of me.
Gotcha.
Just to make sure I put him out.
Gotcha.
5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage total.
Magic missile. Head just blows. He staggers backwards, falls over, dead.
All right. And then I'll put 1 more into the next one that's further out.
Either the leader or the guy that just ran up the stairs. Your call.
The leader's been taking some hits, right?
He has been. He's taken a bunch of hits, and he also seems to be pantsless. You were busy. You're not sure how it happened, but I mean, you know.
All right, I can't take it. I can't not take advantage of a pantsless attack. So he takes big 4 damage.
You know what though? Like that missile is the last thing. He jumps out of his pants and it's like, ah! He cuts the mess out of Trank, ah! And then falls over dead. At this point, I'm calling for a morale check on his guys because their pantsless leader, who they just agreed that they were going to back up, is no more. So here comes that roll. Here comes. Can you even see it? Man, it's a morale check of it. They're a total of 10. Yeah, they're starting to think. You know what? I think we're done here today. I think we're done. One of them yells something. The guy with the bow that just came up the wire yells something. Oh, no, 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 no. And they're all getting ready to do gosh knows what. So, so here we go. It's Dawnstar and then Apis. Dawn, you are still downstairs with all that I have described. That one person downstairs is cowering in front of you, terrified of the power of Ildevar. If I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Over there. Well, you know, everybody has their own wrong way of saying it. Only Eldeveer says it correct. Whatever. So, and across the room, there's someone being dissected.
Yeah, they're laying there. They're on a slab table. They're flayed open. Yeah, dirty rags. You know, you can see the top of their ribs poking out. And next to them is one of those chain weapons and a book.
Dead, though, right?
Oh, yeah. They're, if not, if they're not dead, Estrella has a much bigger problem than you all thought because, you know, literally his organs are open to the sky.
And a person in a jar.
Yeah, tiny person in a jar, yes. Banging to get your attention.
I'm going to go see the tiny person in the jar.
All right, you walk over to there. It is clearly a very small woman. They have like butterfly-style wings. And they're trying to, just banging on the outside of the jar, trying to get your attention. Looking at you imploringly.
I'm going to open the jar.
Okay,
you open. My compulsion?
Say again?
Does that go against my compulsion to open the jar?
You know what? They're not watching you, and you didn't get told not to open a jar. So
I'm going to open the jar.
Yeah, right now you don't. Yeah, you don't feel like there's. You feel like now that you're actually here with them. I'm trying to say, off on your own. Maybe that compulsion isn't as strong without them actually, whoever it is, actually giving you orders. But you open that jar up, and this little person flies out looking like greatly relieved. Flies up to you. She kisses you on the nose. You get a point of luck. added to your total. And then they kind of Tinkerbell out of there. Zzz, zzz, zzz. And like y'all see like a glowy streak, go up. So when you guys fighting downstairs, you're not sure what's going on, but some kind of glowy thing just flew out of there, past the battle, over the balcony, and off into the night. Sid, you're out there on the balcony. I forgot to mention, you also see that, there's none of the stars look familiar. Moon is on fire. You've also seen this out here now that you were here.
Also, I do. After that happens, I turn around and look at the Beast Man and go, Ildevar.
They say.
Yes. Yes.
And then he points at himself and he goes, Jung Jung. So, and that's where we'll leave it downstairs for now because that was a long 10 seconds. As y'all start communicating. It was Dawnstar. So that was a held action. Apis, you've already gone. You blasted some folks upstairs. So we are back at the top of the order. The next round is Trank.
So, Trank has yet to actually kill anything this round. The wizard has killed 6 or 7 beastmen. And the one Trank has been beating on this entire time just explodes right in front of him. So he's just going to roll his eyes because this is not the first time this has happened. And he's going to turn around and give the guy that backstabbed him a glare and just go for that guy.
Oh, the guy that critted you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or can I see the guy running with the bag? I assume he's heading.
He's headed your way, yeah.
If I can see him, I would wait and try to intercept him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Run forward and try to intercept him, or
yeah, you could run up and intercept him as he's coming your way, or you could do a held action and wait for him to go. If it makes sense.
No, I'll just run up to him.
All right, yeah, you charge.
All right. They'll get whacked in the process.
Yeah, I got 2 guys going to swing at you. The guys that tried swinging at you last time, minus their leader, who is, as we said, blowed up. And I swear to God, one of them just critted you again, man. I'm on fire.
It's that Tina Fey poster.
Mm-hmm. It's my girl. I'm telling you, I got the power of 30 rock running all through me. So you are going to take 6 more points of damage, and also not enough this. Foe steps into attack. Inflict plus 1d8 damage with this strike. Here goes. You're taking additional 1 point of sad damage. That sucked. I want everyone to recognize. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just sighing deeply.
Yeah.
As my precious vital bodily fluids leak out of me.
Man, I critted you twice. You should be dead by now.
I got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. All right. So I'm going to rush this other guy. The deed is going to be to disarm him, knock his the book bag out of his hands.
Gotcha.
17.
Oh.
5 on the deed die.
5 on the deed die? Okay, so go ahead and roll me damage, too.
9.
This guy has not been wounded. Okay, and is that all?
Then I'll shield bash him.
All right, do it up.
That's going to be a 12, 14.
14 does it. Do it up.
6.
All right. Okay, so so you run over him. You hit him with your primary. You hit him with the shield. Boom, up under his chin. His head snaps back, and he sort of drops both those bags in such a way where they both kind of open up. And you see that both of them are full of books, and one's got a little glass jar in there and a bunch of other stuff. And the leader that you see is the man holding that staff up is like, "Be careful!" He yells, and you guys hear that in your heads. You all hear, "Be careful!" Resonating through your brain pans. Excellent round there, Trank. Well done, Sid. It is your turn, yo.
Okay, so obviously the guy that's running with the bag is
dead. Yeah, he's very, very dead. There are 2 guys out on the balcony.
I felt the glare, so I'm just gonna let him have it. Gotcha.
Which one?
Problem. I felt Trank's glare.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, we're not sniping your kill this time.
Gotcha. There are 3 more out there on the balcony with y'all.
Is there any way of hiding at this point?
You can hide. I will say you'll have to actually run. You're on the balcony. If you run back inside,
I'm
and
out there on the balcony.
what now?
I'm out on the balcony right now.
Yeah. Unless you want to go for something radical, like literally hanging on by your fingertips over the side, like over the abyss, whatever's down there. The only real way to hide out here, I'm going to say, is going to be to run back inside and get around the door.
Okay, I am just going to try to take a stab at whoever is nearest me.
All right, that's going to be this guy.
It's a 19 on the die.
Nice.
So I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
So that is 3 points of damage.
All right, he is still up, but you slice him and he, howls. No one likes that. It is their turn. That guy and his buddy are going to return fire on. Well, one's attacking Sid. Dude, I got another 20. I swear to God. This is what I should have a dice roller on here because I'm just burning him down. Sid, you're going to only take 2 points of damage, but then you were going to take the effects of 3. You were going to take 3. 4 steps into attack. A lot of stepping into attack going on tonight, y'all. And you were going to take an additional 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
9 total.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Then the guy with the bow is going to fire an arrow at Apis. That's going to be a 10 total.
Ooh, that's a miss.
All right. Man, arrow whizzes past. Like, if you were 3 inches closer, it would have got you right in the forehead, but you managed to get out of the way. Downstairs, that one is still cowering and doesn't know what to do. The other one that's up there, that's on the balcony, runs actually back into the tower, and it's going to try to stab Trank. He comes in with a mighty battle cry, and he even tries to rhyme it like his boss was, but you can tell it didn't. It's not hitting, It's not,
He's not management material.
He's not. But he gets a 15, which is a pretty solid hit. Maybe?
No.
No?
No, you need an 18.
Yeah, all right. Comes up, you block him like backward, and like, yeah, took the wind out of his sails pretty good there. Fight continues though, man. Yeah, whoever's going to hit that next needs to hit that next. That was all of them. It is Dawnstar downstairs.
I am, this is really not a good time for conversation, so I'm going to run upstairs, but I want to scoop up the book.
Okay, you grab that book up before you go, stash it in your stuff, and then you run upstairs.
I think the wizard should see the book.
Gotcha. You grab the book, and then you run, stash it, and then run up. So next round, you start at the top of the stairs.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you guys see Dawn, and when you at the very top of the stairs, you see the dead guy and those 2 bags he had loaded up, just laying there, like right there as you make it to the top.
Yeah. He had his chance.
He should have converted.
He should have converted.
He did not. That's all. But you know what though, Apis, I need you to convert a live guy into something different, if it's within your power.
All right, I will try it. Bombus attack. We'll do Bombus attack first. Ooh, that's 21.
Yeah, Bombus is on fire. Do it up.
And
is he going after the archer?
Yeah, whichever one is next, closest to me, I guess.
That would be the one that's attacking Trank.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Cool.
Unless I sense that'll be a steal kill, or kill.
Not yet. Maybe.
All right, we'll do that one.
It's DCC, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah, 5 points of damage.
Whew. I mean, that was an impressive effort, but nah, he didn't quite kill him. But he just
soften him up.
Stab in the back of the neck, and the guy just hollers. I'm assuming there's no poison or anything with this sting. It's just a stinger.
No, just an attack. Yeah.
All right, cool. Just checking.
All right, and then I have an attack, and I guess I'm going to go after the. You said there was like a guy in the balcony.
Yeah,
The archer.
The archer on the balcony. All right.
All right. We're going to do a magic missile.
Boom, do it up.
All right, D4 plus 2 missiles.
Nice.
This time 6 missiles.
Okay. This is going to call for a bit more of a considered response. So.
Oh, no, it's 5 missiles. 5 missiles.
Oh, well, forget it then. Then just whatever. 5.
Yeah.
Yes, 5 missiles. So there's 3
missiles.
possible targets. There's the guy that's fighting Trank. There's the archer. And there is the one that's over there fighting against Sid, who's hurt.
All right. I will take 3 against the archer.
All right, do it up.
All right. That's me 15 damage.
Well, you think he's calling in tomorrow. You don't think he's making it in to making it in. Yeah, Archer is dead. Deboosh, there are 2 left.
Right, I will take 2 on the one that's fighting Sid.
Gotcha.
So 15 damage.
Oh, well. There's another one that's going to be going on the DL, you think.
All right.
He is not making
That's it.
There's one left. It's the guy that's fighting Trank. It is actually Trank's turn. This guy, you can tell, he's really thinking about how this might have gone differently, but didn't. And, but he's in it to win it, though. Trank, what are you going to do, man? One guy
All
left.
right. He's gonna rotate his longsword around a little bit and just beat this guy down with the flat of his blade.
Ooh, going for a stunning shot.
Going for stunning. We need to question somebody.
Gotcha.
19.
Is that on the die 19? Because I think you crit
No.
19.
That's totaled up.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
So 7 damage with the sword
Boom!
and 13 with the shield.
Pooh! Okay, so you just gave him 20 points of...
Oh, no. It was a 13 to roll to hit with the shield.
Oh, yeah. That's a hit.
Okay, so only 5 damage with the shield.
So what's that? 12 total?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so just going for subdual damage. You hit him with the one, bam, across the head, and he'd like, and then you hit him across the head again, and like hit his fingers. It's like, yeah, he is just staggered. Your professional opinion as a guy who's really beaten a whole lot of guys down is that he does not have another round like that left in him. You know what I'm saying? He's staggering backwards away from you like, oh.
With the shield or with the sword, I'll just sort of contemptuously, kneel or else.
Yeah, you give him I get you.
Surrender.
Gotcha. All right, so it is Sid. It is your turn before the beasts go.
Sid is not doing well at all, so he is going to try to duck back inside and
All right.
hide.
You duck back inside. All eyes are off you this round because because there's only one dude left up here. This round, okay. So you are gonna hide.
Well, I'm going to stagger inside. Yeah,
All right,
it doesn't necessarily have to be. I just need to get away
Gotcha.
before it's too late.
Who are you getting away from? Everybody's dead, but the one that just nearly got.
Yeah, it's
Not
all
dead.
happening pretty fast, and I'm not doing well. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of fall inside.
All right, you head inside, and you're now inside the main room with them and such. And it is its turn. There's one guy left in there. So here's what he is going to do. He is going to try to run away from Trank and jump and try to grab one of those grappling hooks and get the heck out of there. Trank, you can take a free shot at him as he goes away. And since your last attack was use the same deed die, the same number on the deed die as you got for your last round, and since your last attack was non-lethal, this is going to be a non-lethal attack as well.
Okay. And I had a 3 on the deed die last time, so I'm going to try to trip him, which I guess will...
No, yes, you still only got one deed.
I didn't do the deed. Okay.
Yeah, you can't call a deed on attack of on a free shot,
Sure.
this kind of thing. So.
So it's a 21 to hit.
Yes,
It's a hit. And 10.
Let me
points.
check my chart.
10 points of subdual.
Boom! Yeah, he goes down in a heap. And that human in the back in the robe with the crazy hair is like, ha ha! Cheers a little bit. Okay, so that is the end of that round. So that is all of them that you can see. The one still cowering downstairs. This round is. So that was his turn. So also in this round, the guy in the robe, he speaks to you guys some more, and once again you hear his voice in your head, and the voice in your head says, "Throw all their bodies over the balcony. Give them all to the sea of dust." Ha ha ha! You actually hear him laughing in your head translated. It's weird. You don't know why. So you guys are all now. Everyone's up there. You guys feel compelled to just grab their bodies and just start chunking them over the side.
So the one that's still alive downstairs doesn't count then, right?
Yeah, we don't know about. Yeah, he doesn't know about him, so he's.
I didn't mention him.
Yeah.
He's my new acolyte, so I'm not gonna throw him over the side.
All right. So here's the deal. You guys just have enough time. You guys start getting the bodies together, but you don't actually have time to actually do it. Once you guys figure out, okay, who's gonna grab this person and help me. So probably Trank is like, come on, somebody give me a hand with this guy. Just as you guys are getting ready to throw the first body over the side, once again, there is that flash of pink. And you guys find yourselves once again in that same fugue state that you guys were in earlier. And just, you don't know how much time passes or whatever. But suddenly, you find yourselves back on the patio there with Lord Featherstone as if no time has passed. He is back with you because he turned around and grabbed that map off the side table. And he's like, so, if you look here, he looks over at all of you guys. You guys are in full armor, bloody, badly bloodied in some things and such. And he's completely shocked. He's like, what is the meaning of this? What has happened here? Weapons in my home? It's as if you've been in a battle.
Yeah, what have you guys been up to? We were summoned by an evil wizard. Or a wizard.
An evil wizard.
Of unknown origin. I think he was evil, though, because he had prisoners in his basement. Here, he had this book. Do I still have the book?
Yeah, you still have the book.
Open the book, and I slam it on the table.
He's like...
I probably can't read the words, but I showed it to him. Look, he had one of those rat creatures wrapped in rags with the hook chains, and he had it all pinned out on a table, and it was torn open with the organs exposed, and I don't know why someone would do that actually, but
So this wizard, you called him, brought you to his realm, tried to kill you.
He enslaved us and made us fight for him.
Sorcery! And he kind of looks over at Apis, trying to be cool. Look, obviously this man is the origin of all of the troubles of the city of Estrella. I need you to stop him. Well done, Dawnstar, for collecting this book. Well done, all of you, for resisting his attempt. He tried to snatch you out from my very home. From my home! He snatched guests from my home? Unacceptable. I would see him strung up and killed. I would see his fortunes laid and given to to each one of you. I'd see his money and lands divided amongst you all. I want him dead. I want him dead. I once again, I restate, find out, he looks at the book. He goes, there must be a clue in here. He's like, I can't read this. I don't know this language. He looks over and he's like, you wizard, you're good at languages. He just sort of shoves it over to you. Figure out what's going on. Go and break this siege, destroy this evil wizard, and save us all. Thank you. Do not let me detain you any further. So, couple things. Again, all of your equipment now you have. Also, while you're no longer leaving pink trails behind you as you move, but when you all look at each other, your eyes are all still flashing pink.
But not anybody else.
No, not Lord Featherstone or his valet and servants that are there,
And we don't feel any kind of compulsion?
No, you don't feel anything like that. You don't hear that voice in your head or anything.
I'll walk up to I'm gonna walk up to one of the servants and just like in my way get into his space a little more than I should, and
Yeah,
very uncomfortable. Like put my arm on his shoulder and be like, "Hey, look into my eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you see?"
The convictions of one who speaks with the gods. Honest.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Very well. Good job. Pat him on the shoulder. Walk away.
he grabs a tray and starts, like busying himself, putting things away. So what do y'all do?
I was going to take a look at that book.
All right. You look at that book. It is in no language you have ever seen. The characters don't look familiar. It all looks bizarre. But on the pages that were opened, there's like a ribbon inside of it. It's a lot like a big, gorgeous core book. Except obviously it's a journal, but on the pages that were open, that were when Dawnstar snatched the book off the table, you can see that there is like an anatomical drawing. Someone is drawing pictures of the dissection that this creature was going through. So you can see ribs, heart, skull. It looks like he's trying, not quite human is what you think. Just looking at this picture, no one had a chance to really examine the body. The skull is a little bit too long. There are too few ribs, and they're spaced oddly. But that is what you see. But you don't recognize the language at all.
All right, well, I'll keep it safe.
Okay. You have the book.
Dawnstar, my favoriteest human.
Yes.
Tell me again about Ildavir.
Oh, Ildavir is the goddess of nature, and she protects us from the depredations of civilization and too much order and stricture. So you look like you could use the touch of Ildavir.
I really could.
I would like to lay my hands upon my good friend Trank.
Do it up.
So I'm lawful.
All right, so one step, I'm neutral, so 14 plus 4 is 18, so 2 dice.
2 dice. Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
I have taken more blows than I'm accustomed to.
Oh, yeah.
I stagger over to you, and I am just about dead.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I like your god a lot. Goddess.
Right.
I
Okay.
like your deity. I'm bleeding everywhere.
All right.
I'm neutral.
10 to the thief first.
All right. Since you said such nice things about Ildavir, lay hands on Sid. That's 2 dice for you. I got a
Thank you very much.
Let me know how that feels. Take 2 and call me in the morning. You need more?
No, I'm trying to figure out what I'm rolling for this.
D6, 2d6 for the right.
Oh, I am fine. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. All right, wizard.
Yes, cleric.
Right, be wizard. The wizard that's the closest to nature I've ever seen. You're neutral, right?
I am, chaotic.
Oh yeah, you're chaotic. That's all right. Well,
As
Like
wizards
lay
tend
hands
to
on
be.
your.
Keep stealing my kills.
Oh, wow, that's a
Is that neutral? Really?
4 dice.
Right, so
Not
3
Not
dice.
neutral on kill
3
stealing.
dice.
I could actually use another
Thank you.
round of that.
Yeah, 3 dice if you let me, but you're weak.
Oh, Bombus likes a good scratch.
And then I'll go back to Trank. It is 2 dice again.
Nice. Thank you so much. Oh, much better. Oh, that feels good. You need to teach me a hymn to Ildavir.
Praise Olivar.
Something to hum on the road.
Yes. Ildavir likes all kinds of songs. Currently, I've been singing a lot of songs about Johnny Appleseed, and she likes those.
I think this character has more
Pretty
hit
neat.
points than every other DCC character I've ever played combined. Yeah.
I credited you twice during that. You should have by rights gone down.
Yeah, I tend to do a lot of funnels, but this is a lot of hit points.
Well, good.
Maybe next time I won't wander away from the party while there's a combat because I'm the cleric and I forgot that.
Well, you know.
Oh, I should probably do myself too, huh? Yep. Okay, nice.
Okay, so our next steps were to examine the book. That's really the only clue we have is the book.
Yep.
So you're just gonna hang out here in his patio?
Let's, no, let's. I need a post battle tankard.
Okay.
I mean, will Lord Featherstone just let us take over his den and his servants can bring us food and beer and stuff?
Yeah, but he kicks you off the patio. He's like, he's gonna smoke his pipe in peace and sulk, looking over at those things and remember the days when he would have just taken 50 guys out there and killed everybody. You know, back in his youth. So yeah, he has a servant. He instructs a servant to take you down to the lower meeting hall where you can have all the refreshments that you need after your arduous, whatever it is that happened to you. The servant he's like, please follow me, and you start following them downstairs. Now, remember how the regular army all got killed in the first, or mostly got killed in the first day of the siege? Because of that, all of the guards right now that you see in Lord Featherstone's house, they're all veterans. Every one of them are all like older people. Really they're of pretty close to his age. On the stairs, there is one of them, the guy that you passed on the way up here. He's standing there with his spear. He's probably like in his early 60s. He's obviously got some scars. He's wearing really beat up chainmail and has not like a, I stand in front of your house spear, but like a working spear that has seen some, it's seen some action. But as you guys, the servant just walks you past them, but as you get there, you see that he has that same pink glow around his eyes that all of y'all do.
I stop. Say.
He looks up at you, he's like, You've been there. You've been there. You've seen that place.
You've seen the evil wizard?
I have. Oh, so long ago in my youth, I forgot. Sometimes it feels like a dream. It was so long ago, but it was real. I was taken there. I was forced. I was compelled to fight for this blackguard.
We were too. Was it
unacceptable?
But how could it be the same wizard? He looked human and he had gray hair and I suppose he could have been. Was he young when you?
No, he had wild hair and a wild beard. He was a man of mature years, although obviously a miscreant because no one would ever compel other men to do their fighting for them without evil in their heart. I was a young man then. It was the early days of the war. I was snatched from a battlefield the first time.
The first time?
Yes, the first time. 3 times I was dragged to that accursed place by this wizard you describe.
What happened?
Well, the first time we were in the middle of battle. We were fighting the Battle of Fort Phantom Hill, and Trank, you've heard of Fort Phantom Hill is one of the very early but decisive battles of the campaign to retake the island back when they called it Monster Island, and like this guy, that'd be like you meet a guy on the street that says, "Oh yeah, I was at Iwo Jima." You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Phantom Hill, goodness. He's like, yeah, we were there. We were surrounded, and in the middle of it, me and my commanding officer and 6 others, we were all brought to that place, and he forced us to kill another man. We held him down. We were only there for a minute, but we held him down, and he was helpless. He was an old man, helpless, and we stuck him with knives. I'm a soldier. I fight battles. I fight men who are prepared to fight. This is not I'm not some assassin. My honor was besmirched that day.
That was
we were there for. I'm sorry.
That was a crime against your very soul.
It It should not have been so.
Have you met anyone else that has the pink glowy face that was not in your group?
One time, last year, I saw a woman running through the market square. She had brown hair and her eyes were pink like mine. I tried to get her attention because I thought she had been there as well, but she did not know. And when she ran past me, this is going to sound like I'm making this up. This will sound as the ramblings of an old man, but I promise you this is the truth. She threw a baby over a fence and kept running. Sid, when you hear that, it instantly snaps into your head who he's talking about. That was probably catcall. So there are two. Actually, give me a luck check for Sid. Roll d20. Roll under your current luck score.
Muted.
I roll a 3. I'm under.
You're under. Okay. So there really isn't a thieves guild in Estrella. There are kind of like two gangs, sort of an East Side gang and a West Side gang. They bump a lot. There's a lot of violence between them, but they kind of control the crime in these two distinct areas. So Catcall is a member of the East Side gang along with yourself. At least you're an associate member. You're not like, you're a third level thief. You can out-sneak any of them. But, if you kind of came up through them, even though you're not really, say a working member of them anymore. But Catcall, she is a pickpocket. In fact, she is the greatest pickpocket in the city. And a common trick she'll use is a fake baby that she'll use to, she'll kind of like pretend to be holding it, and then she uses that to distract, and then she's picking your pocket. And if she gets caught, she'll run with it and just chunk it. Everyone freaks out. No one catches her. So when he says that, you're pretty sure he's talking about Catcall. That's her MO, definitely. He says, I saw this woman and she threw a baby over her fence. It sounds like I'm lying, but I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. But yes, she too had that pink glow about her eyes. I've never seen such a thing before in my life.
Yeah, I look like I recognize what he's talking about, but I will wait to tell my party when we're by ourselves.
Cool. All right. He says, yes. So, yeah, 3 times I was brought there, and it was ridiculous. So if you were brought there, how many times have you been brought? Has the wizard snatched you off and forced you to do his bidding in that terrible dry place?
Once.
Just once? He might call upon you again. Be prepared. I had men die there, and when we returned to our world here, they were dead in the world with me. I couldn't believe it.
Must prepare.
What did he have you do the second and third time?
The second time, he brought us there again, this time to fight off these beast men that were trying to gain access to a tower. Well, we were only there for a minute, and I saw many of my friends died that day. It was terrible. And then when we were brought back to the real world, they were still dead. But their eyes, if you were to open their eyes, the pink, I saw it. The third time was the worst of all. We weren't there just for a minute. The third time, we were brought there for hours, compelled to follow his orders for hours. And we were forced to move furniture.
That is not soldier's work.
That is not soldier's work. I am not some teamster. I was at Fort Phantom Hill. And to be brought there, to be treated like that. And at that point, I wasn't taken from the battlefield either. I was taken from my very home where I had been with my wife. And suddenly I was in my armor. And wasn't she distressed to see me return in such a state? Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
He looks over at Trank. He's like, at least you understand. Like he's totally bonding with you, Trank. Like you totally get him. And he's like, Master Dwarf, friend of the house, if ever any opportunity you have, I beseech thee, slay that wizard in my name and in the name of all those who were also treated wrong by him. Those were snatched off the battlefield. I would see him, stab him and twist the knife. Do that for me, Master
Name,
Dwarf.
good sir.
I'm Tem de Shen.
will do as you've requested.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to all of you. If only I had my youth, I would go with you. I would confront him myself. But once again, I was compelled. Good luck to you all. And he, unless you have anything else you want to ask him, he goes back to his garden.
Did he say anything to you or tell you anything about himself while you were there?
No name or anything. He simply commanded us. The first time he commanded us, and we had to drag his terrible furniture up all these stairs. Look what happened to my finger. This is not going to heal. This never healed. It was smashed up so badly. I mean, I was so mad at him. We had to carry his armoire. This armoire must have weighed 100 pounds, and I'm in my armor, and we're carrying it up the damn stairs. And
No one needs that much furniture or clothing.
You're exactly right. And if you do need it, hire some people or carry up the stairs your darn self. Don't use your wicked sorcerous machinations to force honest men to do your labor for you.
Clearly this man is evil and truly without friends. If he could not find anyone to move his furniture voluntarily.
Exactly. And was I offered so much as a draught or a slice of pizza? I was not. Good lady, I was not.
That is an injustice.
Time is what that is. All right, Tim DeShane, we will not keep you from your duties any further.
It's Tem, Master Dwarf, but thank you.
Oh, Tim. All right.
Take an experience point, though.
Oh.